Imagine receiving a sales data file with the thousands of rows of data, and your manager asks you to summarize the total sales by region, product, and month in just few minutes. Doing this manually could take hours, but with the pivot table in Excel, you can do it in seconds. In this video, I will show you how to turn your raw data into powerful insights, and most importantly, it's step by step.
With the dynamic filters, real-time interactions, and powerful visuals, even if you are a complete beginner. Just watch this.
Most Excel users know about the pivot tables, but very few of them use them the right way. In the next few minutes, I will show you how to transform your simple sales data into multiple powerful analysis using pivot table without writing a single formula.
And after this video, you will be able to create it yourself. I will add the practice file in the description. Hi, this is Babel. Welcome to Pivotpoint Analytics, your one-stop destination for Power BI, Excel, and data analytics and business intelligence learnings. Before we start, don't forget to like this video and subscribe. It really motivates me to bring more high-quality content for you. Without any theory overload, let's jump into the details. Before you create a pivot table, the most important thing is how your data is structured. If your data is not organized properly, pivot table may not work correctly. So let's quickly understand the basic requirements of the pivot table. The first requirement is proper column headers. Your headers should have a proper name. You cannot create a blank column. There should not be any column with a blank header. So proper column headers are the mandatory requirement for the pivot table. The second requirement is no blank rows in between. If there are any blank rows in between, then pivot table will not be working properly. So make sure if your data has blank rows, remove all those first. Third requirement is one record per row. Each row should represent one complete record or a transaction. So make sure your data should not have any multiple row informations. The fourth requirement is consistent data format. The data format should be consistent. For example, the order date should be in the date format and all the text should be in the text format. All the columns should have a consistent type of data. Any inconsistent type of data, please remove it first. And the last requirement is, so an important rule is to avoid merge cells and the manual subtotals inside the dataset. Pivot tables calculate totals automatically, so extra totals can confuse the analysis. Once your data follows all above rules that I have just explained, it becomes a perfect data for the pivot table analysis. Now let's move to the next step and create our first pivot table from the sales data. So for this, you need to go to Insert and insert the pivot table. It will ask us the range. It has selected automatically all the data available here. And it's asking me some information. Let me quickly brief that too. It's asking the table range, is that correctly reflected? Whether you want to create your pivot table on a new sheet or you want to create somewhere in the existing sheet. In case if you want to create your pivot table within existing sheet, then you need to give here the location. For example, let me give, for example, I want to create pivot table right below
The data, then I need to simply click and give the cell reference.
In my case, I will prefer going towards the new sheet. I'll show you the purpose also. So I'll go with the new sheet. So the interface will appear. Here we have all the headers available. Whatever we have discussed in the Excel sheet, let me go back and show you. All the headers are now
In front of you.
payment types, category, unit price, quantity, revenue, shipping fee, and customer representative. All is in front of us here. So one by one, we will drag and drop every column header into all these four areas. So one is filter, second is column, third is rows, and fourth one is values. Make sure all the values, for example, unit price, quantity, revenue should be in values. Let's create our product wise total revenue and see how it works. So let's start with a very common business question: which region generates the most sales? So let's drag and drop region in the rows and the revenue in the values. So drag region into the rows area and drag sales amount into the values area. And instantly, Excel calculates total sales for each region. No formulas, no calculations, just drag and drop. To create another analysis, I'm copying the existing pivot table and pasting it nearby in the sheet. So now let's analyze sales performance by product. Simply drag product into the row section. Now it can give immediately with the product that's generating the highest values. Coffee is the high revenue product, crab meat, curry sauce, olive oil are the next high selling products. I'm just copying one pivot table so that the pivot table can read, and I'm not removing the previous analysis. I'm keeping all that intact. So let's see how monthly sales exists. So I have replaced product name with the months. So we have Jan, Feb, March, April, May, June, July, and August, all the year sales. And let's see which month has the highest sales. You can apply conditional formatting immediately that can give us that which month has the highest sales and which months literally are low selling months. So let's quickly give the region names. Region wise sales. Product wise revenues. So now let's evaluate the sales performance. So drag salesperson into the rows. So let me copy a pivot table that we have created. So I copied the region. So let me drag salesperson's name here. So now let's evaluate the sales on the team performance. So drag salesperson into the rows section. Now we can clearly see who is generating the most revenues. Any Larson, SM, Kamina, Nathan, or Trump. Nathan has the lowest sales. Any Larson has $16,000. Trump has the most sales, $18.6, and Kamina has the most, second most, and the SM 27.9. Now you can clearly see who is generating the most sales, the kind of analysis and the commonly used, performance evaluations, sales incentives, and the target trackings. So all region, month-wise, product-wise, and the sales representative-wise analysis are created. So let's create a multi-dimension analysis. So let me copy and paste it here and see a multi-dimension analysis. For example, I want to create salesperson's performance on month level. So let me drag and drop order that in columns. So it gives us Nathan has more sales in September and October, and any Larson has sales in the starting of the month and not in the later months. So Trump has sales started from March till June, and Kamina has sales from the June till Kamina has sales till June till September. SM has the sales starting from October to December. So we have salesperson based on month level product. So let me add a product category within this so you can see. Let me show you the product, the salesperson Nathan, and had what are the products he has sold in which month, and the product categories are already listed. So all with only a drag and drop. All the products, all the data is now in front of you. All the subtotals are automatically calculated. Even the grand total on month level is also calculated. So hope you have enjoyed the video. Please give us your feedback in the comments. We will create more similar videos for you so that it can be an engaging content for you and for us both. So now let me show you a quick pro tip that can make your pivot table much more interactive and user friendly. Instead of using the normal filters drop downs, we can create some more important ones that are slicers. Slicers allows you to filter your pivot tables visually and just on one click, which makes your analysis more easier and more professional and powerful. So you need to go to pivot table, insert slicers, click anywhere into the pivot tables, go to the pivot table analysis tab, click on insert slicer. Now choose the field you want to create by. So I have selected 4 fields. One is region, second is payment type, fourth one is product type, and the category. So if you click on the region, the entire pivot table updates instantly. And if I select the product, the analysis changes automatically. This allows users to explore the data dynamically without editing the pivot table's structure. Slicers are extremely useful when you create an interactive dashboard in Excel because they make reports easy, useful for the non-technical users. So in just few minutes, we have used pivot tables to analyze sales by region, sales by product, monthly sales trends, and sales versus performance, region versus product analysis also, all without writing any single formula. And this is why pivot tables are the most important powerful Excel tools. If you found this useful, like the video and subscribe for more Excel and Power BI tutorials.